How many of you have gone up and down with your weight throughout the years, bouncing from diet to diet, developing an unhealthy relationship with food? Confession, I have also been on the struggle bus lately, but not with food choices. That I have pretty dialed in. Of course, there is always room for improvement, but I feel confident to coach others on the foundational nutrition principles because I practice them. But what I'm struggling with right now is self-doubt and fear. I'm battling with commitment. And it's amazing how these mental and emotional blocks come up time and time again in my life, but just in different areas. By the way, in case you don't know me, I'm Bex, and I'm the Healthy Habit Hacks coach that takes you from overwhelmed to action. I help practical people black out the noise of diet culture and take charge of their eating habits for life. Years ago, my battle with self-doubt and fear was about finding a healthy, sustainable way to eat for me, my body, my ever-changing circumstances and environments. Change is hard and it requires you to face your fears. I had to confront many barriers on my journey to health, and I continue to do so. But now that I'm in a position to empower others on their journey, I'm hearing those familiar voices again, self-doubt and fear. I like how Brené Brown refers to these types of voices as gremlins. And I think that putting some type of visual or name to them gives you a reference point to recognize and then confront them. I don't think, though, that I've ever watched the movie Gremlins. Growing up, I just didn't. So I was trying to come up with some other analogies that I could better relate to, like sirens from Greek mythology, those beautiful, mysterious voices that lure you towards them until you're consumed by them. By the way, what a terrifying image. These beautiful women devouring these sailors that had come to them like slack-jawed and wide-eyed without choice or control. Or perhaps the Bertie Bott's every flavor jelly beans from Harry Potter. Perhaps you mistake them for real jelly beans and unexpectedly take a bite of vomit or earwax and spit it out immediately. But the aftertaste stays in your mouth, right? Have you tried them? Until you replace it with something more palatable. And there's something in there. There's something in those analogies, because when you can see them for what they are, when you are aware of those sirens and what they can do, or those jelly beans and their true flavor profile, then you can decide whether or not you want to cover your ears or to try one. So there is power in awareness. Now, why have I gone down this rabbit hole? I have realized over these last few years that I am truly passionate about well-being, which includes the body and the mind. And I'm almost desperate, if that's a word, to empower people, specifically practical people that struggle with weight, to embrace their ideal selves. And this is why I have created my Healthy Habit Hacks program. I've seen its power and effectiveness in reshaping clients' thoughts and behavior around food and their bodies. But I now have no idea how to get the message out there. I historically have not been very good at marketing. And that means that I'm trying to reshape my identity. And by not being good at marketing, I'm not helping enough people, especially you, the practical person that recognizes the crazy world of diets does not serve you. But that doesn't mean that you don't recognize there is room for growth. That doesn't mean that you don't struggle with weight or with an unhealthy relationship with food or your body. Because if you are watching this, that means that you see the need for change. You want to change. But you just want a practical, no BS, evidence-based approach with no diet. Ladies and gents, I have no regimen. There is no diet. There is a system to approach food in a way that works for you. But that also means that you understand that though you can learn the tactics and the systems within 10 weeks, change is a process, change is a journey, and it takes time and it goes through seasons. A while ago, I had a client that came to me wanting help to lose weight. Okay, that makes sense. That's a very common reason to go to a nutritionist. But I told her that I don't do quick fixes or promise rapid results. But at that time, I didn't have the Healthy Habit Hacks program. I worked in a more traditional, conventional way that included suggested meal plans and nutrition advice with hacks thrown in to help her towards her goal. But it wasn't structured, and I didn't have a specialty or a niche, let's say. Anyway, so she said, okay, yes, I understand. I believe this as well. And then I asked her why she wanted to lose weight. And she told me that she had lost weight by going on a diet before, but didn't stick with it. And she's gained weight back. And now her husband is pushing her to lose weight again. So I asked her, okay, is it you or your husband that's responsible for your why? And the end of the call, she told me that she recognized it was her. 4 weeks later, she tells me she's so happy because she has more energy and her jeans are loose. So we celebrated and then life moved on. 2 weeks after that, she said that her husband told her her progress wasn't fast enough. She then spiraled down the rabbit hole of self-doubt and fear from there. And you can probably imagine the rest of the story. Maybe you lived the rest of the story. Maybe you are currently living the rest of the story. Anytime we make a change and try to develop into a new, better version of ourselves, we have to be very clear on our why. And we have to circle back to it time and time again. If your reason for weight loss is to just look good, then I don't believe that why is strong enough to get you to change sustainably and to last. And I absolutely don't agree with basing your why on someone else and their opinion of you. And why am I so adamant about that? It's simple, really. Because if that was the case, then you would already have done it. And if you are one of those people that says in their mind or out loud to everyone you know that you need to lose a few pounds, then stop. Stop saying it and do it. Even better, do it for the right reasons. Find your big vision, your dream, your aspiration. Find your why. And if you're not sure how to do that, try digging into your reason to change by asking yourself why, then taking that answer and asking why. Repeat this exercise for a total of 5 whys and think about what you come up with. Does that why resonate with you? You at a deep level? And P.S., if you want an initial coaching call with me, get ready because we go through that exercise together. This is what I'm doing this morning as I'm writing this out, as I'm shooting this video. I'm circling back to my why because it would be so easy to give up. It is so much easier to be comfortable where I am now, doing what I'm doing now, just working off of referrals. But I want to help more people. And if I want to empower you to change, then I need to show up. I need to face my fears that are trying to call me like sirens or birdie bot jelly beans. Now, why would I share a story about a client not succeeding? Again, maybe not the best at marketing. Well, but I really truly believe because it's real and it's true and because it's the reason why I created Healthy Habit Hacks, taking you from overwhelmed to action. I knew that the traditional way of encouraging diets or even set eating plans is not working. There needs to be a connection between behavior change, habit formation, and nutrition. And my program is one solution to this problem. And I hope many others succeed in making this happen. Did you know that quitting or giving up can become a habit? And once we quit doing something like trying to eat healthier, for example, then it becomes easier and easier to quit again. And first of all, I just want to point out that to eat healthier is a very unclear objective. Anyway, when we quit, it's because we allow certain triggers and barriers to block us from doing the action we said we were going to do. It starts small, just like any long-lasting habit does, and ends up with us quitting again and fueling our self-doubt, our fear, feeding into this deep sense of shame, of inadequacy. You prove to yourself that you are not good enough. And this vicious cycle continues over and over again like a broken record, leaving you in the exact same place that you started. Hey, you are good enough. You might not believe it now, but that doesn't change the fact that it is true. And like anything in life, when you come from a place of believing that you are good enough, that's a truly, truly powerful place to start a journey to lasting change. I too am learning how to believe that I am good enough. I too am confronting those little voices that are telling me that I'm not. But I want to change, and I want to grow, and I want to make more of an impact in this world of diet culture. And that's why I am making this commitment to myself and to this coaching program. I believe in it. I truly do. But I want you to know that I completely understand the fear and the self-doubt that call to you when you decide you want to change. What if you had a solid plan to get you where you wanted to go? A framework that you can use to guide you through your relationship with food, your body, and ultimately your well-being. If you are interested, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to see if we are a good fit to work together. And thank you for listening. I hope you found this insightful, and please feel free to comment below. Hit like on the video if you did like it. It provides a good metric for feedback for me and the content that I'm producing and providing. And subscribe to the channel if you do want the latest updates. So thanks again, and all the best.